that all men have inalienable rights to think freely, to talk freely, to write freely their own opinions, and to counter or utter or write upon the opinions of others.
This is from the Creed of the Church of Scientology. Hey everybody, I'm Holly, aka the ScientoloGeek, and we have made it to the finale of the Data Series Policy Series. I know that sounds kind of redundant. We have 3 pages left. 3 pages left, and we will be done with this. So hopefully after this I can get started and finish out the student hat. I only know I put out one video, but still. I've just been doing a lot lately, and I'm just glad that this part is going to be over, because I dread... You have no idea how many times I've said the word evaluation, not counting all of the mess-ups. Oh, God. I'm just glad to never have to say this word again, most likely. I assume it's in future bulletins and policies, but still. Either way, if you like my content, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit dislike. I don't really care. Comment with feedback or questions, good, bad, or sideways, and subscribe to be kept up to date on future content. Hit the notification bell so you can make sure that my videos are getting to you, and hit the share button so you can share this with your friends, your family, many Facebook groups that you may be a part of, whoever may be interested in learning about Scientology and its kookiness. And without further ado, let's get started. All right. Last 3 pages. Here we go. And then we're done with the data series forever. This is the HCO policy letter of the 5th of November, 1990. OWs and evaluation. This references data series 26R, length of time to evaluate. HCOB, confront tech has to be part of the TR check sheet. And OW write-ups.
Evaluation is a precise tech, applicable to any field or endeavor. It can, however, be made complex. And when this occurs, evals drag on, never get done, and leave bad situations dangerously unhandled, or the reasons for good situations unknown. Vital data has turned up on people who cannot evaluate an area.
I don't think that this data is true. I'm just going to say that right out front. I don't think the data that he's about to give is true.
It's been proven conclusively.
From where? From where?
That when this occurs, they have overts and withholds concerning the area.
Okay. It's not the problem of the doctrine, it's you. Again, that's all this is. It's to blame the people, not the style of management.
When these are cleaned up, it's been proven they can evaluate the area.
Alright, so this is a person who can't evaluate. And he specifically, if he can't evaluate, it's specifically because he has overts and withholds.
Theory. OWs prevent confront. Where one can't confront, they can't evaluate.
If one can't confront, why don't they just do TRs? I don't see why OWs prevent confront.
It's also been revealed that the withhold is the onset of complexity, and that is capable of keeping a person from thinking. An evaluator may start thinking about the withhold in some reactive way instead of thinking about the eval. He may not even realize that he had the withhold. This is quite a complex scene, which brings to light the fact that the withhold makes a person incapable of being logical, and that it's probably withholds that make man so complex.
Probably. You don't have definitive evidence for once. I mean, you never did, but still, here you use probably.
He may not even realize he had the withhold.
Because he probably didn't.
So there may be an entrance point here on simplicity, complexity, because people with withholds get complex.
Where do you get this link? I don't get it. Where do you get this fucking link?
Handling. It's operating tech that overts and withholds on the subject area of the evaluation prevent the evaluator from evaluating. It's vivid that failed evaluators have overts and withholds in abundance.
Where is it vivid? Prove it.
This gives one a method in handling not only for evaluators, but also students on a data series evaluators course. In such circumstances, the handling is to get the evaluator to write up his overts and withholds on the area he's trying to evaluate, or any related area, and then get the meter checked for completeness.
Okay, so the evaluator is first writing up his overts and withholds.
This procedure is as follows. A. Determine the area on which the evaluator should write up his OWs. This could be the area he's attempting to evaluate, or any related area. B. He writes up his overts and withholds to completion, following all the steps of OW write-ups, including the end roots check. C. Once finished with step B, the evaluator is then crammed on the errors made in the evaluation. D. When the cramming is complete, the eval is properly done. For example, an evaluator received numerous rejects on an eval regarding an org's premises and its estates branch. He had proposed off-policy actions and was not confronting the out ethics in the estates branch, which would have caused any eval handling to fail. He wrote up his overts and withholds on all estates, matters, buildings, etc., then received cramming on the evaluation so that it could be properly done. Remedies and cautions. 1. Incorrectly administered OW write-ups. If an evaluator doing this action bogs, falls on his head, refuses to continue to write up his OWs, etc., he's to get repaired at once by a qualified auditor using a confessional repair list.
Okay, so if the evaluator bogs down, refuses to continue, he needs a repair from a qualified auditor using a sec check. Well, using a confessional repair list, not a sec check itself, but something to correct it.
2. Cramming and overts. Cramming officers must be cognizant of the fact that cramming would not do any good up against overts. When the indicators of OWs on the subject are present, as described earlier in this policy letter, the cramming officer would first require that the evaluator write up his OWs per the procedure given above before cramming, so the person could receive maximum benefit from the cramming actions done. 3. Additional corrective tools. There can be other factors that slow or stall an evaluator from completing an evaluation. Cramming officers, CSs, and executives have a number of other tools available to handle a bugged evaluator, such as application of HCOPL 12 June 72, length of time to evaluate. HC lists, all methods of word clearing, crashing, misuse finding, false data stripping, and so on. These corrective actions can and should be done when warranted in order to get an evaluator rapidly completing standard evaluations. Summary. OWs prevent evaluation. Cleaning up evaluators of their overts and withholds in the subject area being evaluated can unjam this problem, not only making evaluators, but also debugging slow or no evaluations.
Again, where does he get the link to say that OWs prevent evaluation? He needs to create the correlation and the causation. But since OWs are literally just sins, it doesn't... Oh my god. This is just aggravating. It's just really aggravating. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with evaluations anymore after this. Alright, here we go. Last sentence, everybody, of the data series.
Use this tech and reap the benefits of rapid evaluations done purely per the data series, which handle situations and accomplish ideal scenes.
This is the last time I'm ever going to say these words for this series. What did we learn today? We learned that overts and withholds prevent someone's ability to confront. I don't know why this can't just be fixed with going through TR0, OTTR0, and possibly TR0 bold 8. And with that comes an inability to evaluate somehow. The withhold supposedly is the point at which things start becoming messed up, where evaluating starts to become way more complex than Hubbard thinks it should be, and somehow withholds make a person unable to be logical, which makes no sense whatsoever. Just because you're keeping a secret doesn't mean you can't be logical. So here are the handling steps. You figure out the area where the evaluator needs to write up his overts and withholds, have the evaluator write them to completion, as well as including an end rudiments check. The evaluator is then crammed on any evaluation errors, and the eval is only properly done when cramming is finished. So incorrectly administered OW write-ups require confessional repair lists. We learned that cramming officers can't cram against overts directly, but need to have the evaluator write up the overts and withholds before the cramming officer can see the evaluator. And other methods to handle an evaluator could be HC lists, word clearing, crashing misuse finding, FDSing, and possibly some other methods. I'm so glad this is over. I am so glad this is over. The data series is over. Oh, I want to celebrate, but I'm not going to celebrate right now. I am going to be doing a celebratory live stream at some point. Right now, I do not have a date for it, so I will be posting on YouTube and in my Discord server when I finally have a date and time that I want to do this live stream. It's just going to be a hangout live stream just to chill, celebrate the data series being over. So, if you guys want to join me on that, I'd be very happy to see you there. Anyway, if you want access to the bulletins, the policies, the flag orders, base orders, miscellaneous documentation that I have on my Google Drive. Feel free to email me at scientologeek@gmail.com, or you can go to the link in the Discord, the link which is down below. It's the Discord server. You can then DM me from there and send a valid Gmail address. Thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate you, especially those of you who sat through all 54 videos of this. Y'all are truly dedicated. And I will talk to you later. See you.